Hello Divination and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to download and install our free header and footer for Divi's Apothecary Layout Pack. Here are the results we're aiming to achieve. So without wasting a lot of time, let's dive in and let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is to head over to this website, which I'll link to in the show notes below. Once you get to this site, you want to download the template. So I'm going to scroll down, click on get it for free today. And next I need to enter my email address and then click on download and then download the files. Okay, so you can see here my files have been downloaded. I need to go in and unzip this file. So I'm going to come over here, show in Finder. So here it is. I'm going to double click to unzip it. Okay, so after unzipping, this is what the file looks like. Okay, so after unzipping the file, this is what it looks like. It's a .json file. All right, so what I'm going to do next now is to go to my site. So first of all, I need to show you before I load the header and the footer. So right now we haven't installed the header and the footer, and this is how the website looks. So as you can see, it's quite plain. And when I scroll all the way down to the bottom here, you can see that our footer as well is pretty plain. So we are going to change this by adding our template. So to add our template, we need to come over here to our website. I've already gone ahead and logged in, and I'm also running Divi. So what we need to do is to go into the theme builder, and then we want to click on portability, click on import. Now remember that file that we unzipped earlier on, here it is. It's a .json file. So what you need to do is to just drag and drop it over here, or you can just click anywhere here and navigate to that file manually. So once you've done that, you want to click on import theme builder template, and this is going to import our header and footer. Okay, great. So now we can see that we have a header and footer. I'm going to hit save changes, and now we're going to take a look and see what the header and footer looks like now. So back over here to my site, I'm going to refresh this, and now we can see that things have changed here. We have a header and we also have a footer. Now I'm not sure why this is not showing yet, but there's a bit of work that we need to do here to make everything look right. But I'm going to go through and show you exactly what we need to do to make this look the way it's supposed to. Okay, so the next step now, once I've added my header and footer, is to pretty much give this a page which also works with this design or this header and footer. Because if we use this on a page which does not match, it really looks off because the colors won't be the same. You know, things will just be off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to enable the visual builder and install the page that works with our header and footer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable the visual builder. And then I'm going to come all the way down to the bottom here and click on expand settings. And then next to add our pre-made layout, I'm going to click on this plus button to add. And we are going to search for our pre-made layout. So for this, I am going to choose the home page. So I'm going to go with this, use this layout. Okay, so I've installed my layout, and this is looking definitely much better. Our colors are matching, and this is definitely how we need to use the header and footer. And by the way, these pre-made layouts are absolutely free. So go ahead and download them and add them onto your site. So at any point you want to change your pages, just go into the pre-made templates and then download them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save this, and then I'm going to now work on our menu here. So to do that, we're going to go back to our site. So I'm going to go to dashboard, and what we need here is the menus. So I'm going to come to appearance, click on menus, because right now we don't have a menu assigned here. So that is why our menu doesn't have any links. Okay, so let's go ahead and add that. So I'm just going to add a few here. Click on add to menu. All right, so now I have all my links here to my menu. Making sure this is assigned to the primary menu, click on save. And now when we go to our website, we can see now that we have our menu over here on the top, which is fantastic. So in the next step, I need to show you how to go in and modify our header and footer. So to do that, click on enable visual builder. Next, I'm going to click on edit header template. Now, please note, I am using the latest Divi install. That is why we have this option here where we can edit our templates on the front end. Okay, so I'm going to click on edit header template, and now I have access to go in and make my changes. So let's start here with the top part. So I'm just going to highlight here and click on my section settings. So this now allows us to go into several places in our site. So I'm going to go to the background here. So let's say you're using a different color palette. this is where you go in and make your updates. So you can see here as I change my colors, everything is changing right there at the top. So you can add your actual color there just to match the rest of your site or your branding of your company. All right, so that is where you add your background colors. Next, we also have this pattern here. So it's up to you whether you're going to have this or not. So let's say you want to delete it, you can just delete it like that. And now we have a plain background. All right, so I'm just going to close out of here. Then the next step, we're going to come over here to our social media. So I'm going to click here on my module settings. And here we can see we have Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. So let's say you want to add another one. You can just duplicate an existing one and then click on this gear icon, click on the drop down, and then you can choose a totally different one. So now I've chosen Instagram, as you can see. So it's as easy as that. Now let's go back by clicking this top arrow here. Now it's very important that all our social media icons here are linking to our profile pages. So to achieve that, click here on this gear icon, go to link, and this is where you would add your URL to your profile page. So you want to repeat this process a few times until you've added them all here. Now, once added, when visitors to your website come and click here, they will be redirected to your profile pages. Now, there's also something else I want to show you, and that is changing the colors. So I'm going to come over here to design icon. So over here, we can also change the colors. So you can see here, when I select a color, things are updating just like that. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to close out of here now, move on to the next part. And this is our phone number. I'm just going to click here. And now I'm in my module settings. So this is where you can update your number. So I'm just going to add 2 more digits here just to show you how easy it is to update that. And let's say you want to change the font. You can just come over here to design text, and we can change our font over here. So let's say you want to use Poppins. You can just select it like that. And now it's been updated. Again, I'm going to close out of here, move on to the button. So here on the button, we need to, first of all, link the button to our product. So I'm going to come over here to link, and this is where you'd add your link. Great. Next, we're going to come over here to design and change the button design. So I'm going to click here on the button. So let's start with our colors. So I can add a dark color like that, or I can just change it like that. Here we have the button background color. So we can go dark like that, or we can just use a light color. But make sure you have great contrast because you want to make sure that your button is easy to read. Okay, so you can see here I've changed my button. Next, let's say you want to change the font itself. You can just click here on default font and search for your font. I'm going to choose Poppins, and you can see that it's been updated. Okay, so I'm going to close out of here. The next part is going to be our menu here. So to customize our menu, I'm just going to click on this gear icon, and now I am in my menu settings. So let's start here with the logo. So this is where you'd go in and add your logo. So I'm going to click over here, or in fact, I'm going to delete it and then click on this plus button. So now I can add my own personal logo. Now, in your case, if your logo is on your computer, just click here on upload files, select files, and then you can locate your logo and upload it. So in this case, let's say I want to use this one right here. I'm going to upload an image, and you can see my logo has been updated. And also the next thing you want to do, is to adjust the size. So you can come over here to design, sizing, and you can set your logo width. So you can see as I'm dragging this, it's getting smaller. So I think that will do. We're going to save that. Now we don't need this part here. Let's get rid of it by just deleting it. So that's gone. So far everything is looking great. So let's go back in and I'll show you how to customize these links over here. So I'm going to click here on my module settings, and I can now go into my design. So on the design here, we can see we have menu text. So this is our active color. So you can see home here is active. So we can also change our font by coming over here. So let's say we add Poppins. You can see now it has been updated. You can also change the size over here like that, and also the font weight. Next, let's change the actual links. So you can see here by just doing that, my links are updating. So that's great. Okay, I'm going to close out of here. Now let's go on to the footer. So to customize the footer, you want to go all the way down to the bottom here until you see this boundary here, which says edit footer template. And this allows us to go into the footer. Great. So now that I've activated it, I'm going to click here on this section setting. We're going to go into our background. So again, as we did with the header, you can change the color of the background. We also have an image here. So you can go in and maybe delete the image. So you can see the image here is deleted. And all we have is just the background color that we chose over here. There we go. You can see now it's nice and bright. Okay, so we're going to close out of here. Next, we are going to now come over here to our row settings. So in our row settings here, we can see that we have a few things going on. We have two columns, which are this column here and that column. So we need to go in and edit any changes that were done here. So I'm going to click on this little icon and view modified styles. So this allows us to see what has been updated here. So I can see there's a background color right here. So if I change that, you can see there it is changing. So I'm just going to leave that as it is. Next, we have our gutter width. I don't worry too much about that. We also have our width here and the maximum width. Now over here, we have our border styles. So this is where we have this border right here. So let's change its color. And now you can see the color has changed for that border. So we can adjust the border width. As you can see here, if you don't want it too much, you can just bring it down like that. Change the color. So pretty much that's what has been changed here in my row styles. So I'm going to close out of here. And next, I am going to take a look now at the content individually. So I'm going to start here with this heading. So I'm going to click on this gear icon. Now this is just like any other text. So to customize it, just come over here to design. I usually like clicking here on this paintbrush icon because it takes me right to the actual font. So I'm here now and this is my font. I can change this to something totally different. So let's say you're not a fan of that and you have your own. I can just go in and change it like that. So all areas which has text can be pretty much adjusted the same way. Just make sure that you activate the module and then click on this paintbrush. Okay, it's very important. All right, so moving on, let's add colors. So you can see here we can add different colors. So I'm going to close out of here. I'm going to do this one more time again. So this is a bunch of text. Click here on this gear icon. It's going to take us into our text settings, and to customize it, all we have to do is to go over here to this paintbrush tool. And now these are links and we can go in and customize them. So you can see right away, I've just gone in and changed the colors. Okay, great. I'm going to close that. So all these areas that have text can be configured the same way. So the next step now is over here on the copyright. So I'm going to click on this gear icon and again, click on design, text, and we can change this to whatever font we want. So in this case, let's say Poppins, and you can see it's been updated. And then we can go in and change the colors as well. Finally, we have an image here in the background. I mean, you can go in and remove this image. I've already shown you how to do that. So if you're not a fan of the image, you can just go in and get rid of it. So again, this is our background. This is where you'd come in and change your background color. I'm going to close out of here. And once you're done with making all these changes, the most important thing is to save this. So I'm going to come over here on expand settings and then click on save. So all the changes that you'd have made are going to be updated, and your header and footer will also be updated. So just bear in mind that as we designed this, we are using the latest version of Divi, which allows us to do front-end editing on our header and footers, or pretty much all templates on our site. So as you can see, as I'm hovering over here, this is my main template area. It just makes us design our site even faster. So go ahead and make sure you update to the latest version so that you can benefit from these updates. So there you have it. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and do follow us on our social media platforms. By doing so, you'll be notified every time we release new tutorials. Until next time, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.